friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 20th to December 26th. Okay, let's get started. We're going to select an oracle card for the final guidance of this reading, and we will read it at the end of the reading. Okay, give the cards one more good shuffle. And we will get started for Pisces. Okay, there's your card. We will interpret that at the end of your reading, Pisces. Okay, let's see here for Pisces. Where does Pisces find themselves with respect to the Fool's Journey? What archetype is Pisces embodying most this week with respect to the Fool's Journey? Where does Pisces find themselves this week? Thank you. The Sun. Someone else got the Sun. I don't remember who. The Sun. Another sign got this card. Excellent. Okay, so you find yourself feeling some energy, light, perhaps feeling the lifting of some other energy, and really allowing the more prosperous mindset to set in here, where you're really looking at things as an opportunity. Pisces, this could be a week where you feel like taking action, making some choices, taking some decisive action here towards achieving sustainability and a reliable pathway is what I'm feeling for you. So it seems like a week of action. Taking action this week. Pisces, let's see here for Pisces. Oh my goodness. Well, the Six of Pentacles definitely wanted to come out there. Six of Pentacles to me is a time where you're really looking at making conscious choices around giving and receiving. So this could be a time where you're taking action here towards being in balance, Pisces, and feeling like you have and you can give. So really having the mindset that you can give. Now, Ace of Rods here, I feel like you are, taking with this Six of Pentacles. This has sparked something new for you. This has been sort of a spark for you to do things differently. I feel like you are feeling that energy in that Sun card, where you are feeling like there is a new attitude almost about you this week, Pisces. I feel like you're really seeing a balance between giving and receiving, and seeing that there is a spark here. I feel like you've almost discovered something. This is almost like an aha moment for you this week, where you've got the Ace and the Two in a very well shuffled deck coming in back to back. I feel like you're walking a new pathway with Spirit this week. You're following your intuition, and there's this spark where it's almost like you've realized something and you're following it through. And it's a time of balance where you're able to give and receive in balance. Three cards coming out here. We see the Moon with the Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Really a time where you're going for it, even though there are things hidden from you in that Moon card, even though there are some things that are still mysteriously hidden from you. You still don't understand. You realize that you can overcome any obstacle. That Strength card with the Sun card really, to me, feel like Leo energy here. And it's like you have a lot of confidence. You're feeling something happened here. I want to clarify this. What sparked that Ace of Rods here and the Two of Rods? What is it that sparked it? I think it was something that came to you in your intuition. It came to you through your imagination, and you decided to go for it. But let's see here. What is this inspiration really going on here for Pisces? Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's something that seems to have sort of come along to show you some different strengths that you have. This sort of ability to be really a leader of a new idea, something intuitive and it's like so magnetic. You're so magnetic right now, and I feel like this is something that was sparked in it just. Let's see here, what promoted this Six of Pentacles? How can we clarify that? Seven of Wands, isn't that interesting? So it's like you came to balance at a time when you felt like you almost had to look over your shoulder and defend yourself. And it's almost like you transmuted that feeling of defensiveness into generosity. Isn't that interesting? It's like you totally you were sitting in a position where you could have gone down the negative pathway of sort of feeling some, the lower vibrational emotions of like this envy, competition, jealousy, and sort of engaging in that. Instead, it seems like you took a different pathway and realized, no, I think I'm going to go a different route and just focus on giving and receiving in balance and not really worrying about the need to defend myself to others, but just being solid in myself. And it's like that process led you to this new way of looking at the world. It changed your perspective, and it brought you into a place where I feel like you're in balance here. You've got the sun and the moon, and it's almost like there's this balance that's been created here for you. Pisces, let's have a look here. Ooh, that wanted to come out. Six of Cups. So it is sort of an emotional time where you may be considering sort of some things from the past and reflecting on them differently. Maybe a little bit of fantasizing, but almost this idea of being nostalgic. But what's really interesting here is we see the Page of Wands as well, which tells me that maybe this idea that helped you shift from competition to this give and receive, this reciprocity and balance, could have been something that was initiated by a past situation that you were involved in, then that was very transformative. Yeah, there you go. That finishes that off right there. It was something that was initiated in the past for you, Pisces, that was now coming to light. It's like you're sort of understanding something that happened in the past, and you're understanding it in a new way now. And it's changed you. It's changed your reaction, because it's like you shifted your perspective. You see it in a different way now because you've gotten some distance from it. And so by getting distance from this situation in the past, it's almost like you were able to transmute this feeling of competition and just sort of dealing with the external world in a very low vibrational way, as opposed to just giving and receiving without thinking too much about, the agendas of the people surrounding you. I feel like you sort of transmuted that. You enlightened yourself here, I feel, by looking at something that happened in the past in a different way. It helped you transform because you got some distance from it. That's so interesting. It's so interesting. I wonder how you would have viewed this in the past. I kind of want to clarify that moon card here. Can we clarify, why is the moon here? What is hidden here from Pisces? Pisces is represented by the moon. Perhaps that's why we're seeing the moon, because that does represent you, Pisces. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that the moon is here because this is a reading for you, Pisces, but also because I feel like there's a new start here that you might not be completely aware of. It's just sort of taking shape, and it's it's the raw energy, right? It's a page level. So it's like this raw energy that you can certainly sense, but you don't quite understand what it is yet, but it's taking shape. And I feel like you got the Strength card with that moon card to remind you that whatever any obstacles that you face right now, you can meet them head on and have confidence in yourself that you'll be able to manage anything that it seems like an obstacle, because it's actually leading to a brand new start for you here. And that's really nice to see for you, Pisces. Now let's see what your oracle card was. This was the image. It's quite a lovely image here. Let's see. It's vulnerability. So that could be your key here. So it says, be present in communication, have compassion in all situations. Vulnerability cultivates connection. Be gentle with yourself and others. It's okay to be wrong. Forgive. Be willing to feel discomfort for the sake of growth. And I feel like that's exactly what happened here. Something that you felt initially like you could have gone the road of being defensive and sort of like really, really being defensive and feeling the need to sort of convince the external world of your point. It's almost like instead of that, you decided to be vulnerable and have compassion and sort of cultivate connections through give and take in balance here. And I feel like that was the more gentle approach. And even if some of these competitors or people that were challenging you or, paying attention to you here in the Seven of Wands, I feel like you forgave them or you got distance from it somehow. Like it was very transformative. I feel like you were willing to sort of do your own thing, even if in the past, I think you would have maybe done things differently. And I feel like that's why we're seeing this willingness to feel discomfort for the sake of growth, because I think that this was initiated in something that happened in the past for you, Pisces. So I feel like this week is going to bring up some vulnerable moments for you where you're being guided to sort of have compassion and to not feel defensive, right? So not to take anything personally and to realize that people can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. And so if someone is challenging you or being, being like putting themselves in comparison with you and maybe expressing some jealousy or envy or, putting you in a position where you feel like you need to defend yourself, it might be an interesting time to see what giving and compassion and forgiveness would do to that situation. And I feel like that's what's happening here, that is the idea that you're working with this week. And it's coming in through this new pathway of initiation here where we see the Ace of Rods, the Two of Rods, the Eight of Rods, the Knight of Rods, the Page of Rods. It's like you're going through this spiritual initiation where you're starting to understand that being vulnerable is not a weakness and that there's nothing, you don't need to be defensive ever, because there's nothing wrong with being wrong. It's okay to be wrong. And so there's never a reason to feel defensive here. You can give and receive freely. And I feel like you've been that has come up for you in the past, and it's really being understood now in the present. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Pisces. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email and a list of the readings I offer in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching, and we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Have a great week.